I didn't know I would start the video in the rain, but here we are in Hakone. I took a reservation last week. I didn't expect that the weather would be so bad, but I decided to go, so we will see if I can still enjoy the city. But actually it's giving a certain mysterious vibe to the city. I'm gonna show you right now. You know guys, I'm a scaredy cat, and in front of me there is the entrance of the shrine. I swear it looks like the beginning of a horror movie.
The path was completely waterlogged that I got sucked down. When I was walking, I thought, why do I put myself through this? Why didn't I stay at home under my sheets? That morning, I probably spent 15 minutes debating with myself, should I go or should I not go? Ultimately, what convinced me was remembering that the hardships are part of the journey. Honestly, in front of this story that towers over the lake, this complete seems pointless. At the end of the day, rain is just water.
There are not much tourists, and that's my best reward here, because I was able to take a pictures in front of the TORII alone. Like, I was alone every day for 5 minutes, nobody around me, nobody to annoy me. So I'm so glad.
Afterwards, I've had a look around the sides. The vivid colors of the shrine are captivating, although it's not the most beautiful one I've seen.
Guys, I just remember that I forgot my stamp notebook. I'm so sad. Like, I bought it, but I always forgot. Oh gosh, I'm so frustrating on myself, because when you have it, you can stamp everywhere, and it's a free memory from every country you go in Japan, because there are stamp everywhere in Japan. I mean, literally everywhere. So keep that in mind. And also there is an app called Stamp Quest. So use it when you're in Japan, and if you like stamp.
Then I went back to the bus. I noticed a museum in front of it. After a quick review check, I went in. This museum is called Narukawa Art Museum. It's private and owned by Minoru Narukawa. It possesses masterpiece of Nihonga, in other words, Japanese-style paintings. Inside, there are mostly post-Second World War paintings, which is the will of the owner. These paintings were honestly breathtaking. I wish I could have taken some with me back home. I guess if the weather was really good, I would have a view of the lake, and I'm sure it would be worth it. And actually, the museum is really interesting, even though I don't understand everything. The paintings are really beautiful, especially those that I've shown you of Mount Fuji. You see here it's written Jugatsu, so the 10th month, so October. Here it's November, and here it's December, and then yeah, you have all the months. So I guess that's the flower by month. I don't know if it's in Japan or here, but one thing is certain is that they are really beautiful. I wish I will sew them. especially that one, the red one. It's called Higambana, and I think in Western country we'll call them licorice.
I had a great time there. I think it's more expensive than other museums in Japan or the one I've been. However, I think it's more expensive because maybe they have. Oh shit! It's raining. Let me took out the umbrella. Yes. So I was saying, it might be more expensive because there are not many people, but at the same time, Hakone seems to be a touristic place, so I don't know.
Right now, there is nobody in the bus, and that's precisely for this moment of being alone that I appreciate. That I'm proud of myself for going out of my apartment at 6 a.m. I was tired, but I know it would be worth it. Right now, I'm going to a castle. If you don't know what a castle is, actually,
This is a big fail! I wanted to show you what a kazan is. So basically it's a volcano. So it's a volcano, but unfortunately because of the weather I cannot show you. The only thing you will see is the wind and the mist.
at least I enjoyed the ride to go up to the volcano. At least I enjoyed the ride to go up to the volcano because I had to take a train. And can we just talk about that for a minute? Japan got so many beautiful trains. I'm wondering if I'm a train spotter because every time I'm taking videos or pictures. Anyway, and I also take a cable car. Unfortunately, I couldn't saw anything.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit disappointed. Especially because the way to go, the cable car were really expensive. I will put the price somewhere on the screen as always, so you can take that into account. I will try to make the best of the visit here because the only thing I was supposed to see, I cannot see it because of the weather. So I don't know. I will try to eat the specialty, which is Kuro Tamago, so black eggs. I'm afraid that it's going to be chocolate.
At that precise moment, I was puzzled because, for God knows what reason, it did not occur to me that the egg had a shell. So next to me there was a man, clearly bored and from the side. So I asked him how I was supposed to do.
Kuro.
ブラックエッグ
はい。これを
食べないとダメだよ。
食べない。はい
これ
はいはいはいはい。ありがとうございます。I don't understand. It's like any other egg. I will have to make my research to understand why it's famous, why the shell is black, and what's make that different from any egg.
I'm a good student, so I did my research. First, the shell turned black because of a chemical reaction with the sulfuric hot springs they are boiled. Second, according to the legend, eating one of these eggs adds 7 years to your life. Since I ate 3 of the 4, I hope I will live enough to see my grandchildren. I did the round trip of the ROPEWAY. I went back to Owakudani station. I walked around. I found a spot. And so finally I got to see the reason I came, the volcano. It kind of mesmerized me because it always kind of intrigued me how nature is able to do this. I just went out of the train to go to a museum, Hakone Museum Heights, and just look what I saw the moment I stepped foot out of the train. That's precisely the kind of thing that could make me cry. Just look at that over there. I don't know if you will... yeah, you can see him. He is alone. And as you can see, the weather today is really bad. So I kind of feel really bad for him to know that it will stay there all day. Anyway, after all that whirlwind of emotions, I needed something to eat. Despite the late hour, I was able to find a local restaurant to eat yuba, another specialty from Hakone. Okay, let's go. So she explained to me that I have to put the yuba here and the tofu with that and the soy sauce, but I have no idea what it is. I don't know what's that. Anyway, I will try it. I will try it alone. Oh my god, no. I will not show you. It's risky. Oh my god. Oh my god. Not gonna lie, I had to check online to explain you the taste of yuba. It has a soybean flavor, still milk, but it tastes slightly richer, creamier, and nuttier than tofu. Okay, now let's try it with the rice. Oh my god. There is some shiitake. The shiitake is a mushroom it's a kind of mushroom in Japan. I'm not a big fan of mushroom though, but that one is okay. I think it's because the slices are very thin. I think the waitress is looking at me because she noticed that I'm filming. Or maybe she's looking at me because she has nothing to do. Anyway, I never ate much of tofu, even though I've been a fan of the Japanese food. So I'm not very used to the taste, but so I don't know how to describe it for you. Actually, the taste is not really strong, so it's kind of hard to describe the texture. I think the easiest way to explain it for you is that the texture is close to... You see the texture of a yogurt? It's... How do I explain it? Maybe it's a little bit more creamy than a yogurt and less liquid. There are more texture in the tofu. But it can taste slightly bland for some of us since it absorbs the flavor of what it's cooked with. I think I'm done with the restaurant. I think the food was good, just that I'm unfamiliar with the taste of what I ate. But I would recommend it if you want to try the local food from Hakone. Talking about specialty from Hakone, right now I'm craving sweet, and I saw online that one thing famous about this city is called manju. So while going to
While going to my guest house, I will try to find a place to try it.
As I arrived at my guest house, I was amazed by how neat and clean it was considering how low I paid. The guest house had two shared rooms, the first one with the couch and the sofa to lay down, and the kitchen. Even the size of the capsule surprised me. In fact, I went in the door, a girl approximately 6 feet came out of the capsule, so it isn't small. As you can guess, at that point of the day, I had no energy left, so I collapsed on my bed. Next day morning, after I took my shower, I was pleasantly surprised of the space. When I was done, I peacefully ate my breakfast until the landlord arrived. I did not expect them honestly, because I should have left 30 minutes ago. The checkout was at 10 a.m. So I grabbed my stuff and left as quickly as I could.
Odawara. I wanted firstly to go to the castle, but it happened that roaming around led me to Hitoku Ninomiya shrine. So here we are.
The architecture surprised me since 99% of the shrine in Japan are red. I made research and I think the reason of the shrine not being red might be that it was built to commemorate Ninomiya Sontoku, a peasant who had risen through social ranks. Basically, he improved agriculture techniques and helped peasant families how to budget their expenses and plan their work. In short, he helped to make everyday life more easier. Afterwards, I visited the most important monument of Odawara, which is the castle of the city. It has a long and fascinating history. It became one of the most important castles in Japan during the Sengoku period, a time where a lot of war between powerful clans happened. To understand what made the castle so important, we have to go back to the 17th century. Wara became the stronghold of the powerful Hojo clan. They controlled much of the Kanto region and transformed the castle into a massive fortress. For nearly a century, they successfully defended Odawara against their enemies. But in 1580, everything changed. Toyotomi Hideyoshi, one of Japan's great unifiers, launched a massive campaign against the Hojo. After a long siege, Odawara Castle finally fell, marking the end of the Hojo clan's rule. Over the centuries, the castle was destroyed, rebuilt, and damaged several times. The room you actually see, they were explaining the process of the reconstruction.
For the last few minutes I was a bit complicated between two things, whether should I go in the museum in front of me or whether should I skip it. Why I was complicated is because yesterday I spent too much money on transportation. Like, I didn't knew I would have to spend that much money on it. Anyway, so I will skip the Samurai Museum. So if you are going to Odawara, you should go. It's just really, it's in front of me. The building, the white building you're seeing is the museum. So for now, I just think I will roam around the city, then have a meal, and then it will be the end of our small trip in Hakone and Odawara. Let's go.
I found this restaurant on Google Maps. I tried and really liked it. The restaurant owners might ask you if you're okay with Japanese. Be sure to answer positively or they will turn you down. And you don't want to miss the best yakiniku don I ate in Japan. The meat was melting in my mouth. I left the restaurant with this incredible flavor in mind. Luckily, walking around led me to a spot I wanted to see before leaving the city.
I wanted to see this passage, and it happened that without looking for it, I found it. It was just 2 minutes from the restaurant I've been.
I rest looking at the sea. It was soothing, and for a few seconds, I will let you with the sounds of the waves, so you can imagine yourself with me watching the sea.
Okay guys, so I think it's gonna be the end of the vlog. I had a really great time in Hakone and Odawara, even though in Hakone there were a lot of rain and I spent a lot of time fighting it, but I enjoyed the nature, the shrine. The food was a bit unusual, but I'm here to travel and discover things I never knew and discovering, so it's part of the travel. So I embrace it. And Odawara, maybe there are other things to see and I will list them for you so you don't feel like there is nothing to do in this city, because the castle is really beautiful and it worth the time. The restaurant I've been is, as I told you, it's really it was really delicious. And I think if you go on a sunny day, you can enjoy the sea. If you enjoyed the video, if so, please let's a thumbs up, subscribe, and take care of yourself. See you soon in the next video.